Hello, my students. I welcome you all to your own channel, Linguistic Melange, and I'm your teacher, Kishwar Nasli. As you know that we are discussing nowadays a negative newsletter, and they are very tricky to write because it is very easy to write or send good news, positive news, but it is somehow tricky, and it requires some strategies to open the bad news to your customers, to your colleagues or your employees. So we have done one component, that is buffer. So today we will discuss two other components, reasons and bad news itself, because if we are writing negative news, bad news must be written or conveyed properly. So reasons, we could start reason from the second paragraph after writing buffer, and we have to keep few points in our mind while writing reason. And we also keep in our mind that after reason we write the negative news in a sandwich form, in a sandwich communication form. If you are just writing negative news, the bad news, the means refusal or decline in an explicit manner, your purpose of negative writing will not be served. So you have to write in a way like you are writing a sandwich. Like, for example, you first of all you will give the reason, then the bad news with some transitional or coordinating conjunctions, sometimes subordinating conjunctions like although, however, whereas, uh, and then something positive, something alternative, something positive. So in this way you can make a sandwich communication for negative news. So you have to keep few points in your mind. Number one, while writing reason, being cautious in explaining. Like, for example, if you're writing date, you have to check you are giving perfect date, accurate date. And suppose that if the reasons are not confidential and there is no any legal attachment is concerned over here, legal liability, so you can write specifically the dates and the person name and the other thing. So you can start reason like this also. Second point is, in writing reason you have to keep in your mind, which is very important, that citing readers benefit. You remember when we were doing 7 C's of communication, we discussed you approach consideration. Yes, very good. So you approach is very important, because readers are open to negative news only in that case when he has some benefits, or uh, some interest of his, like, for example, if you are writing that although we would like to consider your application, we prefer to fill managerial position uh, from within. So you have to be very careful in giving you approach as well, that please do not do any false promises which you cannot fulfill. It is not okay, okay, because of your hiring we are changing our rules, or we are giving you discount which is not in our policy. So you are not to be fake promiser here, to which the things which are genuine, only you can write about that. So you have to be very cautious, careful by when using you approach as well. Number three, explaining company's policy all the time is not appreciated. Like blanket communication, it is known as blanket communication, yeah, that you all the time say, okay, I don't have any issue, but my company says like this. So this is not the ethical issue. You can explain policy, that why it is there, like what is the reason of this policy. So you just not simply say that, okay, I have no any objection, but my company does not allow it. It is not ethical, that you are just saving your own face and threatening your company's face to the customers. So you demonstrate that you care about your readers, and you treat them as an important individual, not only the policies. So is you have to talk, you have to take care about this also. The next component, which is I would say that which is important for all type of business communication, be it negative news, positive, persuasive, or whatever, you have to choose positive words. No, like for example, if you are writing such words like error, failure, fault, impossible, mistaken, misunderstand, never, regret, unwillingly, unfortunately, and violating, these are all very harsh words, very strong negative words. So if you are writing these words, so what is the purpose of writing indirect letter? So you have to avoid these words, you choose other words, any other alternative of this word. Last, showing that the matter was treated seriously and fairly. Fairly is very important in business communication. One must not feel that he or she is being biased or is not being treated fairly. So demonstrate to the reader that you take matters seriously, have investigated carefully, and are making an unbiased decision is very important. So consumers are more accepting of disappointing news when they feel that their requests have been heard and that they have been treated fairly. So avoid passing the buck or blaming others within your organization. Such unprofessional behavior makes the reader lose faith in you and your company. So do not hide yourself, do not use blanket communication, rather use sandwich communication. Start with buffer in the second paragraph and give the bad news itself, and after that do provide some alternatives, some positive news, some wish, even some promise even, so that will work. So in the next video, we would discuss about the conclusion of this negative news. Till then, Allah Hafiz, and do comment.